It's a brand new day, and as the sun rises behind me, it's such a reminder that a new day brings with it such new opportunities, such kind of optimism and hope. I mean, today is the day that brought the most hope in the midst of despair that we could ever imagine. You know what? Today is Easter, and we are celebrating the greatest moment of hope that has ever been introduced into the world. Today, Easter is the day that we celebrate Jesus coming back to life after being crucified a few days prior and buried in a tomb where there was more despair than you could ever imagine. In the midst of all of that, God was up to something dramatic. In fact, his son, Jesus, was going to come back to life, and that's what Easter is all about. That's what we celebrate. And the reason we believe he came back to life isn't just because the Bible says so. It's way better than that. It's bigger than that. Eyewitnesses saw a resurrected Jesus and wrote about it. His critics, who were expecting nothing other than him to stay in the grave, saw him come back to life. In fact, about 400 people saw this risen Jesus, and that's why we believe. And just like they were in the midst of despair and hopelessness when they finally interacted with that risen Jesus, when we interact with him, the same is true for us. In the midst of our darkness, in the midst of our despair, this Easter, this resurrected Jesus brings all sorts of hope and opportunity. That's what Easter actually brings. It brings God's mercy. It brings his unconditional love that we call grace, and it actually brings forgiveness. That resurrection is proof that we can be resurrected. Our relationship with God can be made new, and we can be forgiven as well. So whether you're going to experience Easter in church today or maybe in some other location, maybe you'll discover something brand new, a new kind of hope that illuminates the darkness as well. Happy Easter.